I'm joined by NBC's Kristen Welker, moderator of Meet the Press. She's just back from spending a whole lot of time in New Hampshire herself, and a great show on Sunday as well. Kristen, how important are those undeclared voters for Nikki Haley? But even if she gets them, she still has to pick up those Republican voters. So she's got a double whammy.
Andrea, you're absolutely right. And thank you for that, by the way. Look, it all comes down to the undeclared independent voters for Nikki Haley. And right now, she has a small lead when it comes to those voters, but it's not a big enough lead, Andrea, if the polls are right, for her to win the entire state. So the question, of course, becomes about turnout. What does her ground game look like today? Is she able to rally those undeclared voters to come out and to vote for her? That remains to be seen. Here's the other question I'll be watching for, Andrea. What happens to Chris Christie's voters? We think that Ron DeSantis' voters are largely going to go to Donald Trump. But Chris Christie, of course, was courting more moderate, more independent voters. Polls showed about 60% of his voters were going to choose Nikki Haley. Does she get that margin? Can she bump that up a bit? You talked about the fact that I was on the ground in New Hampshire. I was, and I talked to a number of voters across the political spectrum, and I can tell you her supporters, Andrea, feel quite frustrated. And the reason is because they worry that she has waited too late to kick her campaign into high gear in New Hampshire. They wanted to see an all-out sprint in the state in recent weeks. They wanted to hear rhetoric from her that directly took on former President Trump. Now, she has started to intensify her attacks, her criticism of the former president. But is it too little, too late? We will have to wait and see. But it will all come down to those undeclared voters, Andrea. And again, if the polls are accurate, if they are to be believed, right now she's not getting the type of margins that she would need to pull off the comeback that she is looking for, Andrea.
We've seen these comebacks before. Bill Clinton, even though he placed second, he spun it as the comeback kid. John McCain, certainly a big victory. Hillary Clinton coming back against Barack Obama. But as you say, you haven't seen that passion out there with the crowd. Was she too timid? I was talking earlier about the fact that she talks about chaos following Donald Trump. But she's just avoided going for the jugular, if you will.
She's avoided going for the jugular, and that's part of the frustration, I think, amongst a lot of her supporters. Is she playing it safe because ultimately she wants to keep that possibility open that if it is not her, that she does have a shot potentially at 2028 and that she does have a shot at potentially coming back into the Trump fold? For whatever the reason, her supporters just don't think she has been robust enough. And the other factor, Andrea, that we cannot ignore heading into the night is the fact that Republicans are closing ranks around Donald Trump. Republicans in Congress, even some members of Congress who live in Biden districts, as well as top names like South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. That was a huge blow to Nikki Haley. She appointed him back in 2012. One source familiar with Scott's decision, though, tells me that that was in part the timing of it aimed at putting the final nail in the coffin of the Haley campaign. So can she pull off that comeback? Can she prove everyone wrong? We'll have to wait and see. Look, I think if she can keep her loss, if she loses to single digits, she will argue that's a strong finish, and she'll keep looking forward to South Carolina. But the voters have the final say, Andrea. We'll have to wait and see what they say.
And then if she doesn't pull it out here in New Hampshire, just in the last minute, do you think she'll still go on, as she said today she would, to South Carolina, her home state, or would she be then facing the humiliation of losing at home against a really dominant Donald Trump?
If she loses particularly by double digits, what the polls are suggesting, there's no doubt that she's going to have to take a really hard look at her campaign, Andrea. Would she pull out before South Carolina? That remains to be seen, and I would argue she probably doesn't even know the answer to that. I anticipate what she will do is look at the full picture and make a final decision. But, Andrea, getting defeated in her home state would be a huge embarrassment and could blunt any potential future political prospects she may have for higher office. So that will be a part of the calculation as well, Andrea.